Hi, Thomas.
I do.
That must feel like a sickener. Can you just give us your assessment of the performance and ultimately the result?
Yeah, of course, it's always a tough one to take when someone is scoring in the 19th minute, no matter if it's you've been totally on top, even game, or hanging in there and hoping to get a point. I felt that this was a totally even game. You can also see that in all the stats. You can see that when you watch the game and analyze it. We are giving 4 shots away. That's a top defensive game against the Brighton side that are very good in the ball and are creating a lot of chances in general. So I can't praise the players high enough, and I think we keep that defensive high level. That's good. The last 50 minutes, I felt that they came a little bit more on top, but they didn't create anything except for that final goal on the edge of the box. The first 75, I felt that we were slightly better and should have taken one of our chances. And if you go 1-0 up, then it's a different game as well.
Anything else?
That's all from me. Thanks.
Jay from the Athletic, you got your hand up.
Hi, Thomas. Commiserations on the result. I wanted to ask you, you've spoken a lot about the team needs to create more chances in the final third, and it definitely felt like that today. So is this just a lesson about you have to take your chances at this level?
Yeah, you can say that. I agree. We looked more dangerous, especially first half, and I actually also felt we came into some really good situations second half. The first 25 minutes, something like that, maybe 30 minutes, where we should have created even more. And of course, we need to take them, but sometimes it's also randomness. So I think on another day we probably score one of the chances, then it's another game. So, but there's plenty to build on. Keep this up. The defensive side of the game. Keep working on the offensive side. For example, it was a plus to see Shandon Baptiste in there. I think he was he helped the team with his quality. So we just need to continue going forward.
The next question was actually about Shandon, funnily enough, so I'll go with that. Obviously, he made his Premier League debut. He's had a lot of problems with injuries. So how good was it finally to get him out there, and what did you kind of make of his performance?
I felt fantastic to get him out there. He was hard to be able to play minutes. But you can see where he's, a little bit on the half term. He can turn forward, he can drive the ball, and he can create some opportunities from it. And it was so good. He ran a little bit out of steam in the end. That's why we took him off. We needed to continue to keep the pressure, which was a little bit difficult in the end of second half.
And final one. For the Arsenal game, you said it was important not to get too carried away with the win. So now, does the same apply now? It's not, you can't be too worried about the loss. Ground.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Game.
No, completely agree. Of course, it always hurts, and I can feel it in my body. And also, when I wake up tomorrow, I know I'll be a little bit disappointed. But I agree. You need to move on as quickly as possible. Have this 24 hours rule. You can't celebrate too much, or at least only for 24 hours. You can't be disappointed too much. Maximum 24 hours, and then move forward. And again, there's loads of positives in this game. Loads of positive, completely even game against a side that's now been 4 years in the Premier League, and they are continually building. If you look at their players, I don't know how much money Trossard, Lallana, Welbeck, all of them are on compared to our players. So I think there's a lot of things that we need to be positive about and build on. But of course we want more, and of course it hurts to lose.
Give me the back.
Someone need to mute themselves.
So well, let's go with George, please. George from PA. Jim, we'll come back to you.
Hi, Thomas. Just wanted to go back to Shandon. I mean, that was his first start in 12 months, and Premier League, never played in the Premier League before. It was a real big show of faith in you and belief in him. So you obviously really feel he's a player that can be at home in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, definitely. I think when you try to combine a team, you like to have some different types to make it enough offensively and enough defensively, and try to get that right balance depending on what type of football you want to play. And I think he adds some offensive quality to the team. We maybe have lacked a little bit in moments. Plus, he have had a top preseason, and that's where he earned the trust. And it's like ground zero when you start a new season, and he just earned his shirt. I would have started him against Arsenal if he didn't get injured. And now he just needs to keep adding to his game. But yeah, I like his qualities.
So it looks like John West and Jim Levac are in the same room. John is not muted and Jim is. Why don't we try muting John and unmuting Jim, and we'll see if we can get Jim's question.
All right.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, I suppose the big problem that you'd have, Thomas, would be if Brian wasn't getting in the right places to make those chances. I mean, he had 4 good opportunities, a couple he made for himself. Were you pleased with that, how he's actually creating opportunities?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the positive. I think I felt that Brian and Ivan looked really good together. They're linking up well. They're finding each other. So we can go longer if we want to do that, but we can also combine around the box with the two of them. So I think that is promising, and I'm sure his first goal in the Premier League, Brian's, will just be around the corner. And I think again, I felt in a way we added some bits against a very good possession-based team that know what they want, and they have good positions. And especially the first 75 minutes, I think we're on top of that game. So we just need to continue. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That is football.
We've spoken about fine margins previously, haven't we? And a couple of opportunities, you go one up. Different game completely. Then is that the way you see it?
Yeah, 100% agree. And especially if you look, I know they had that half chance down the side, the left-hand side in first half, but that was it first half. Nothing else, not a sniff. And we had definitely a lot of other more dangerous situations. And if we go 1-0 up, it will be a different game, 100%. Yeah. Also, transitions potentially will be bigger to go 2-0 up. So when they decide to score in the 90th plus minute, then it's a little bit difficult to come back.
I mean, I suppose scoring in the 90th plus minute, as you say, is a bit of a gutter, but you've got to still be in the game to get to that point, haven't you? So you must be pleased with the defensive side of things. Exactly.
If we take away the last goal, then until the 90th minute, they had three shots in the entire game. That is pretty good. No, more than pretty good. Yeah. So the defensive side of the game has been good, and we talked about staying in the game, and I felt we also got on the ball in the end of the game a few times where we need to do even better, be even more composed, move the ball even better, tiring the Brighton out.
It's building blocks, I suppose, as well at the moment, isn't it? So how many games do you think it will take for Brian maybe to get right up on the game to finish one of those chances?
Probably only 5 games. That means he scored the next game. Now I think it's just around the corner. His goal. He had some good chances. He's been I think actually he's been one of our best players so far in the first 4 games. So consistent in his performances, working hard under pressure, creating opportunities. So no, he's been really good.
Brilliant. Thanks, Thomas.
You're welcome.
Dan Bennett got a hand raised there, please.
Hi, Thomas. Despite the defeat today, do you think you can still be pleased with the start to the season you've made with the performances you've put in so far?
Hi, Dan. Yeah, definitely. What I'm most pleased about is that if you look at the first 4 games, consistent good performances. Yes, it's a thing we need to and want to improve and do a little bit better. Then of course a bit of the offensive game, a bit of the defensive game. There's always things you want to improve, but consistent high level performances. The Arsenal game, winning fair and square, The last 3 games, you know, I think if there should have been the narrow winner, it should have been us in all 3 games. If you look at the game, sorry, and the stats. So I think that is extremely positive, and that's what we need to keep improving throughout the season.
Right, do we have anything else from anyone else? Right, so we'll. Oh no, Ahmed.